8 years, I carried Pure Power Wrestling on my back when no one else could be bothered to do it. I gave PPW everything that I had. I gave the fans of Pure Power Wrestling buckets of my blood. I gave the fans of Pure Power Wrestling every drop of sweat and every last bit of heart that I had. And what do when they get the option? What do? They pick Chris Parrish. Out of all the people they could choose, they pick Chris Parrish. PPW fans, I get it now. I understand that you didn't appreciate a single damn thing I did for 8 years. You didn't appreciate the fact that I left my blood in the ring. You didn't appreciate the fact that I damn near killed myself. If PPW needed a main event, who was it that they turned to knowing that win, lose, or draw in that main event, the fans were going to get the fight of their lives? It was Sydney Steele. And then when it came time to choose, you fans chose wrong. So yeah, you know what? I might not be the fans' favorite person. I get that now. I'm not out there begging for your applause. I'm not out there begging for your attention. I'm out there to beat people down. I'm out there to win matches, to win championships, to get paid, and to go the hell home. So when you're sitting in the front row, fans, and you stick your little hands out looking for slaps and high fives, you can sit on them. Because Sydney Steele is picking now, and Sydney Steele is picking Sydney Steele.
Out of night, there's nowhere left to hide.
Welcome to Pure Power Wrestling PowerSlam on Shaw Spotlight. My name is Kevin Farrell, bringing you more first round action in the PPW Summer Sizzler Tournament, kicking things off tonight with Sydney Steele, a man that had some rather inflammatory comments to kick off tonight's broadcast, but this evening he goes one-on-one in first round action against the Cheetah Bear, Jude Dawkins. Jude Dawkins, a man who, for the past several months here on PowerSlam, has showcased a seeming imperviousness to pain. That'll be put to the test tonight against Sydney Steele.
And coming to us in order to make this spring his hunting ground, Cheetah Bear, Jude Dawkins.
Well, Jude Dawkins, as I said, has spent the last several months here on PowerSlam embroiled in a bit of a personal situation with the Bad Seeds, the Stormbringer, and Cowboy Bryn Watts. And tonight he's going to put that out of his mind. He's going to put that behind him. And he's going to focus on Sydney Steele in the first round of the Summer Sizzler. Otherwise, I mean, there's a good chance that the Cheetah Bear may not make it out of the first round. This crowd completely behind Jude Dawkins after the actions of Sydney Steele just weeks ago on this very program, having a bit of a meltdown following his triple threat PPW Heavyweight Championship match with Chris Parrish and Cougar Meat Kyle Sebastian Steele, grabbing that PPW Heavyweight Championship belt and laying out Chris Parrish in the center of the ring. Parrish not involved in the Summer Sizzler Tournament. The winner of the tournament going to receive an opportunity at the PPW champion of his choice, either the Cruiserweight champion Jumpin' Josh or the Pure Power Wrestling Heavyweight champion Chris Parrish. We all know who Sydney Steele's going to have his focus on. And I mean, one would have to assume that should the Cheetah Bear Jude Dawkins win this tournament, he's going to look to go one-on-one with PPW Heavyweight Champion Chris Parrish. Steele, I mean, really showing no hurry to get into the ring tonight. Jude Dawkins looking to rile up these fans at ringside here in the German-Canadian club of Lethbridge. Steele slowly making his way back into the ring. Well, the bell sounds. We are underway here on PowerSlam TV. Sydney Steele, Jude Dawkins, collar and elbow tie-up in the center of the ring. Dawkins able to force Steele into the corner. Well, a clean break here from Jude Dawkins. Held on as long as he was allowed, but a clean break nonetheless. Sydney Steele getting frustrated in the early goings here. Another collar and elbow tie-up. Sydney Steele this time forcing the Cheetah Bear back, but Jude Dawkins able to turn it around. Steele now back into the corner. And again, the clean break. And Steele has spent the last several weeks questioning the focus of Jude Dawkins, whether or not he would be ready to go in a wrestling match. And it looks like in the early goings, Jude Dawkins perfectly fine. Greco-Roman knuckle lock here. Perhaps a test of strength. Steele breaks the knuckle lock, transitions into a side headlock. Steele's got this headlock tight in the center of the ring. Dawkins now looks to throw Steele off. Steele, though, that headlock too tight. I'm going to take a moment here to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, PPW returns to Lethbridge Saturday, August 24th to the German-Canadian Club with Dog Days of Summer. Also, Friday, September 20th, we are back in Lethbridge with a special Friday night event at the German-Canadian Club, and Saturday, September 21st, we are live once again in Cranbrook, BC at the College of the Rockies Gymnasium. Sydney Steele with a side headlock takeover the Cheetah Bear, though, able to work his way back up to his feet. Dawkins now forcing Steele, lifting him off the mat, forcing him back to the ropes, shoots Steele off. Steele tries for the running shoulder tackle, but Jude Dawkins does not budge. Steele, though, with a stomp to the foot, right back to that side headlock. Steele is really focused on that side headlock. The Cheetah Bear, though, shoots him off. Cheetah Bear looking for a leapfrog. Steele sees it coming, but Jude able to transition to that front face lock. Now a go behind. Steele trying to reverse, lowering that center of gravity. But the Cheetah Bear reversing into a side headlock of his own now. Tight side headlock, center of the ring. Can Steele escape this? Steele able to escape out into a top wrist lock. Dawkins, though, reaching for the ropes, able to grasp the ropes. Backflip reversal, but Steele right back into that side headlock. Once again, into the side headlock. Sydney Steele has a focused attack in this match. The crowd, though, rallies behind Jude Dawkins as he shoots off Steele. Drop down, leapfrog, and Dawkins lifting Steele up on his shoulders, running him into the turnbuckle. What exactly does Jude Dawkins have in mind now? Well, he's got Sydney Steele hooked on that middle rope. We've seen this before from Jude Dawkins, ladies and gentlemen.
Jude, what are you doing? Corner. What are you doing?
Dawkins has got him set and driving his full weight into the midsection of Sydney Steele. Dawkins is in control now. Steele out to the floor. Going to create a little bit of separation, but it looks like Jude Dawkins not going to allow him to do so. Off the ropes, and Steele pulls up that ring apron and a super kick to the face. Steele sees him coming, super kick to the face, follows it up with a big European uppercut, and now taking off those hand wraps and a shot, a straight right hand to the jaw. Big overhand forearm shots now from Steele. Oh, and a chop from Steele at ringside. Rolls the Cheetah Bear back into the ring. Steele coming in. He's got Dawkins. Dawkins, though, breaks out. Series of shots now, fighting back on Steele. Dawkins with the big running back elbow in the corner. What does Dawkins have in mind? This crowd behind the Cheetah Bear. Cheetah Bear now, full head of steam, but Steele with both hands on the beard. Steele gets a handful of beard on Jude Dawkins and drags him down to the mat. And Steele now with a boot to the midsection. 5 minutes gone of a 20-minute time limit as Steele with a knee right to the side of the head of Dawkins. Steele with the cover hook of the leg. Only two, though. Still a lot of fight left in Jude Dawkins in the early goings of this match. Steele now lifting Dawkins off the mat. Dawkins breaks the hands. Double overhand chop to the to the chest, I should say, of Steele. Follows it up with a series of shots. Dawkins with a kick. And a big forearm smash. Irish whip. Steele reverses. And Steele with the knee to the midsection, putting Dawkins down, driving the wind completely out of the lungs of Jude Dawkins. Steele now starting to get frustrated, I think. Front face lock in the center of the ring. Struggling now. Steele thinking suplex. Struggling to get that arm over. He's got it locked. And Steele pops the hip. Snap suplex with a float over. Only two, though, once again. Steele really starting to get frustrated with the referee as Jude Dawkins with a chop to the back of Steele. Steele with a hard boot to the shoulder now. Dawkins up to his knees. Talking some trash. And a big right hand once again right to the jaw of Jude Dawkins. Lifting Dawkins by the beard. And Dawkins reversing by any means necessary. Taking a chunk out of Steele. Dawkins threatened. Jude's gonna eat you. And now he's got a mouthful of Steele's hand. And Steele goes right to the eyes. Steele cutting off Jude Dawkins, going right to the eyes. He's got Jude hooked now. And a back suplex puts Jude down. Steele in a mount position. Only a 2 count though. Steele trying to put as much of his weight as possible over the chest and the shoulders of Jude Dawkins, but Dawkins able to kick out at 2. This crowd now trying to rally behind the Cheetah Bear. Steele with a back elbow to Jude Dawkins. Dawkins, though, again, this imperviousness to pain, firing back, not impervious, though, to a straight right hand from Steele. Irish whip, in goes Steele. Steele takes his time coming in, and it comes in to bite him. Dawkins able to pop up on the second rope and a big knee into the face. This crowd now completely behind Jude Dawkins. Dawkins going up to the top. What is he thinking? Steele back to his feet and a big shot to Dawkins. Drops him down groin first into that exposed turnbuckle. And now Steele, what's he doing? He's got Dawkins hooked in the tree of woe. And Steele now taking a moment to stand on the family jewels of Jude Dawkins. blatantly in front of the official. Sydney Steele risking disqualification. But, I mean, the damage done. Steele standing on the family jewels of the Cheetah Bear. And now Steele driving him into the corner. Up to the top rope.
It's all over, baby.
Steele calling for the end. Another straight right hand. Sydney Steele thinking superplex. This has been so effective on so many opponents over the months, over the years here on PowerSlam. Jude, though, able to fight back. Steele with another right hand. Steele with another right hand. And he's insistent. He's going to hit this superplex, ladies and gentlemen. And if he does, it'll be all over. But Jude still, though, fighting back. Jude, what's he thinking here? Sunset bomb, but Steele able to hold on. Steele up for that right hand again. Jude Dawkins able to duck underneath. He's got him up here. He's got him up here in the electric chair position. Is he going to be able to drop Sydney Steele? Steele fights back. Steele goes behind, shoves Dawkins off, and a big shot to the back. And now Steele with the waist lock, looking maybe for a German suplex. We've seen Steele able to use those before. Jude, though, fights back. Jude runs in, jumps up off the bottom rope. He's got Steele hooked with a half and half suplex. Drops Sydney Steele right on the back of his head. Leg hooked, 1, 2, only 2 though. And that could have been it for Sydney Steele in this match, but able to kick out, able to keep the fight going here with Jude Dawkins, the Cheetah Bear. Dawkins back to his feet. Steele struggling to maintain that vertical base. And Steele with the low drop kick to the knee. Jude Dawkins, a history of leg injuries. Sydney Steele exploiting them here with a low drop kick to the knee of the Cheetah Bear. Looks for the cover. 1, 2, only 2. Dawkins able to use that left leg to kick out. Able to get enough force, enough torque off that left leg to break the grip of Steele and kick out. And a series of shots here now from Steele. Right hand, chops from Steele. Another right hand, another chop. Jude Dawkins now moving into another corner. Steele with a big forearm shot. And, well, Dawkins, that just seems to have woken up the Cheetah Bear. Another forearm. And another bark. And another forearm. And another bark from the Cheetah Bear. The Cheetah Bear has had enough. Forearms, chops, big headbutt to the chest. And he's got Steele. Tries to get him up. Steele drops that center of gravity. Dawkins unable to lift Steele. He's got him up on his shoulders now. Runs him into the corner. Death Valley Driver. Death Valley Driver to Sydney Steele. Dawkins going to look to take the head off. Sydney Steele able to duck under. Schoolboy. Dawkins rolls through and finishes it up with a big shining wizard right under the jaw of Steele. Hooks both legs. Only 2. Just when it looked like the Cheetah Bear had Sydney Steele figured out, only a 2 count here on PowerSlam. Steele now heads to the corner. Jude Dawkins firing up here, getting this crowd behind him. And Dawkins full head of steam. Shoulder first into the steel post. Dawkins shoulder first into the steel post. Sydney Steele with the roll-up. The hook of the tights. Referee doesn't see the hook of the tights. And Sydney Steele, your winner here tonight on PowerSlam TV. Able to hook the tights. Able to steal the victory out from the jaws of the Cheetah Bear. And Sydney Steele will move on to the second round of the Summer Sizzler Tournament. As we take one more look, ladies and gentlemen, at the brackets tonight for the Summer Sizzler with that victory. Sydney Steele takes on Dewey Robson in the second round. And next week, we find out Ken Stevens versus Angelica. A disappointing loss for the Cheetah Bear. But before we go tonight, Dirty Mike Jones in the back with Sydney Steele's semifinal opponent, Dewey Robson. Take it away, Dirty Mike.
Dirty Mike Jones here for PPW Summer Sizzler in full effect. Dewey Robson just won a triple threat heading to round 2. The problem, Dewey. Up next for you, my good friend, Sydney Steele. Just going to be honest, don't like your odds here.
Sydney Steele. A guy used to be a mentor to me. A mentor to me, and all the fans loved him. He turned his back on all of us. He started hanging out with some shady, even dirty individuals. He really turned his back on us. And coming up next week, I'm going to show him, for the fans and for myself, you don't turn your back on us.